HK's all done and dusted. So it's got the blowback kit installed, releasable dust cover as well. You press the switch on the other side and then it flicks forward. And we've got mag, auto fire, torch on, accurate as hell, and full blowback. That's all it is. Cool. Yeah, the blowback kit from M4A1. So that's how you install it. Basically it's got a rod threaded with a spring. That's a separate section up here, and then you've got another reinforcement section at the top. You have to notch out your cylinder, as you can see there, and then that gives you the blowback feature, fully spring loaded. Because it doesn't come with instructions, I don't know what half of this stuff is, but basically yeah, this plate screws onto here, and then that moves with that plate back and forth once you got the gearbox together. Easy as that. Yeah, g'day guys, installing the Leviathin FCU into the HK416D. This is the 3.0 gearbox with the quick spring release, so the latest war interest box that's come out in the market. A couple of quick points. When you're doing this mod, let me zoom it out so I'm not as shaky. When you're doing this mod, it's really worthwhile getting rid of the factory bearings that come in the casing itself. Get yourself some 8mm slimline bushes, chuck them in, especially if you're running a higher fire rate or a beefier spring. When you do that mod, make sure that before you actually press your bushes into the gearbox itself, dab a little bit of super glue on the plastic nylon casing and then press your bushes in, and that'll stop them from actually rotating and spinning if they jam up. And if they rotate and spin, what's going to happen is it'll flog out the nylon on the gearbox, and then you'll end up in a situation where your gears won't mesh and it'll probably do some serious damage. So 5-second mod that's going to give you some longevity out of the box. When installing Leviathin, you will have to solder in, unless you buy them already with the mag terminal soldered into the bottom PCB board. Pretty easy mod. I believe it's the negative, I think, from memory, is the B negative marking that you'll see actually written on the bottom of the Leviathin V2. So aside from that, to get this to sit perfectly into the box, you will have to mod the box a little bit. This raised section of plastic here, if I can get it into the light a little bit better for you and get it to actually focus. I don't know why I can't focus this thing right now. I'll try and zoom in. Let's see, macro mode. You can see the bottom of the box where I've actually notched out the bottom of that raised plastic section. If I can get my finger in the right spot, this bit here, right down the bottom there, it's so this bottom board can actually sit down and locate itself properly into the gearbox. Trying to get that on the light, you can see where I've actually used my soldering iron just to melt out a bit of the plastic. That will let that bottom PCB board sit flush, and at least that way, as your gear cycles through, this one here, you can see it's got the raised section there, so as it spins around, basically what it's going to do, it's going to push in this micro switch, okay, as it spins around, and then that's going to let it know it's done a full cycle. If you don't line this up properly, you're either going to do damage to the Leviathin, as far as that micro switch, or it's not going to strike properly and it won't know it's done a full circuit, or full circle. So yeah, a couple of basic things of that mod. If you're going to do that, do your bushes. No point in doing half a job. Yeah, so aside from that, pretty easy stuff. And as you can see, I haven't used the Leviathin wiring kit that comes with the Leviathin. That's simply because the wires are so damn thick, and there's no point, because we're only running 11.1 volt. Even though you can run 14 volt, don't recommend it. It will fry your FCU. So yeah, I've just basically taken all the stock wiring off and resoldered the factory wiring kit from the 3.0 war interest box straight onto the board. It's yeah, there you go, nice and simple. Alright guys.